All right. Well, welcome aboard to the Flight of Life where Myss Trice Comedy presents virtually un- everything uncensored. Yeah, everything uncensored. So we're going to talk about some stuff today, but just welcome you aboard. If you missed the flight, it's okay. You can still watch us fly and fly over you, around you. It's all right. But as you can see today, Myss Trice is thugging it out. I don't know what the yellow means, but hey, we're gonna rock it today. But thank you for tuning in. We look forward to you traveling with us. But I just have to say, it's real good to have some people to travel with you that like to have fun with. I like those kind of people. Ooh, man, look at this hair. But anyway, don't look at me. Just pay attention to the content. But just know that this is a live recording. Yes, it is. So we are on Roku, YouTube, and Facebook Live. So this is it. This is what you get. We're not going to do anything. We're not changing nothing. So we just need you to roll with us, but also know, again, it is uncensored, so we can say any and everything. So with that being said, if you have some young ones in, you might want to get them out because what we're going to talk about today might not be for them. So their ears do need to be censored. But with that being said, we will show you how you can travel with us. You would just simply just go to your Roku device. Yep, that's the first part. You got to know Roku. Roku is where you get your ticket to come along with us, okay? From there, you're going to go to the UBS and TV app. You bring the ticket there. And guess what? You will see Sauce in the City. And from there, you will see Myss Trice Comedy present everything, virtually everything uncensored. I'm going to get that right. How am I going to mess up my own stuff? But that's what you're going to see right there. UBS and TV. And then from there, you go into Sauce in the City. Yep. And we are there. You can just travel with us as bystanders since y'all did miss the flight. So again, make sure you tune in because we're going to talk about some stuff. It might help you. It might make you laugh. It might offend you. But in either case, that's not our problem. Sure. Okay. But we hope you laugh with us. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my traveling buddies. First up, we have Autumn Harper. Hi, Autumn.
Hey, it's so
Unmute
good to be
yourself,
here.
sis.
Oh, I'm not muted. Can
Hey!
you? Okay. Hey.
Yes. So tell us, Autumn, where have you been traveling? What have you been doing?
So I'm a local comedian here in Akron, Ohio. I have my home club here in Maslin called Crackpots, which is where I'm currently streaming from. And here in a week, I will be out in Vegas to do the Sauce in the City show with some of you lovely folks.
Wow. She said she's going to be in Vegas doing the show with Stop in the City. That's exciting. That's exciting. If you don't know about that, you will know about it before we end this episode. And next up, we have Dominique. How are you, Dominique?
My name is Dominic.
Unmute yourself. Unmute
Oh,
yourself.
I'm
Yes.
not.
How are you?
Oh,
Hey.
hello. I am. I hope you're. I hope you're having a great time because I'm not really because I have Central European time. Because the local time is tomorrow already. And so while you're enjoying like a fun evening, I'm already in a hangover time zone. Oh,
So you are in a
I am from
whole.
no, almost no, it's okay. It's 1/2 past midnight, and I'm in a little village where I live in Slovakia, which is it's you go to Austria, you go east, and then you take a left turn.
Oh, okay. He said while we enjoying Sunday evening, it's nighttime over there. You just made me
Sorry.
sleep. Oh my goodness. So you already in the next day.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm from the future. Yeah.
So you got us double working for today and tomorrow. Okay, yeah, we'll figure all that out right there. Yeah. You got us all over here. So we don't know whether to go to sleep, wake up. Hey, but we'll figure it out.
Yes, I'm
Thanks
talking
for
from
tuning
Monday.
in. Oh wow. So you'll be going to work soon.
yeah, just a few hours, yeah, but no, it's all right. It's nice to have
All
fun
right.
in between and
All right.
work.
All right. I see you. I see you. We're gonna talk more about that a little bit later. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for flying with us. We definitely hope you enjoy yourself on here, and we will hear more from you a little bit later. Next up, we have James. Hey, James. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Hey,
I
unmute
did.
yourself.
Can you hear me?
Hey, now I
Can
can.
you hear
How
me?
are you?
I'm good, man. I'm very good. Blessed.
Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit more about you. Where you've been flying to? What have you been doing?
Well, I'm a recovered meth addict. I've got 28 months clean the first. I was homeless about 33 months ago in Tulsa. Now I have a brand new mini house. I've been doing comedy over a little over a year. Got my youngest son living with me. My dog Tough. Uh, yeah, life's going good. When I'm on the stage, I'm King James. You know what I mean? I got my movement called King James Comedy. Uh, I've done open mics in Tulsa, from Looney Bin to Hunch Club to pretty much any place in Tulsa. I've done them all, but the Tulsa Comedy Club. Except for the new one they got Bricktown. I want to go hit that. I've held a couple of shows in this little town I live in now called Stigger, Oklahoma. We're probably about 3,500 people, and I've hosted 2 comedy shows and blues nights here, and they were pretty successful. And then I got a show coming up with Myss Trice the 11th, Stars Under the Stars. And then my boy Zach Woods got a benefit for a Suicide Hotline Choose Life show in McAllister November 16th. So yeah, I'm just out here trying to make people laugh and follow my dreams, man, and manifest a better, greater life. You know what I mean?
Awesome. That is awesome to hear. Um, the fact that I just want to salute you as you recently shared you're a meth addict and recovering, and I
Mm-hmm.
salute that because that's not an easy thing to come back from. So
Mm-hmm.
kudos to you. 28
Well,
months.
thank you. Yeah,
That's a
the
little
first
over a year.
that
That's a
yeah
little
that's
over a year. Keep going.
that's two that's 2 years. That's almost
That's right.
the third 30 months will be 2.5 years. I got over 2 years. Yeah,
Oh, wow, even better. See, that shows you what my
yeah,
math is at.
yeah.
But
That's all
anyway,
right.
thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for.
me.
Oh, you're welcome. We look forward to learning more about you and your comedy. So we're gonna travel a little bit. Who's ready to travel? Who's ready to travel? Me. First place we're going to
Hey.
is Traumaville, North Carolina. That is so. Here we are, Traumaville. What goes on in Traumaville after we've left the airport? Yeah, Traumaville is that place where we a lot of people are irritated here in Traumaville. Very irritated. Why is that? We know trauma really does affect us. Trauma affects us in our childhood. Trauma affects us in our adolescent years. Trauma affects us even in our adult years. But in Traumaville, everybody is irritable. Everybody is agitated. Everybody is suffering from something in Traumaville. So my question to you is, what has traumatized you in your childhood that have affected your adulthood? 60 seconds on the clock, Autumn.
Sure. When I was real young, I had a cousin who took her own life. And my parents lied to me about it. They told me, that she'd had the flu a week before and that she never got better about it. And it makes a lot of sense to lie to a kid. It's completely reasonable. However, I had the same fucking flu. So I spent the next 2 weeks thinking that I was next. So that really did it for me. It did probably spark my bipolar at a very young age. And yeah, so now I'm really funny. So I guess shout out suicide.
Whoa, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready at all. If you would have seen my face behind here, I was not ready. That is not something I can even make fun of. No. I'll share something with you a little bit later. But ooh, I'm sorry you had to experience that. And how did that affect you as an adult? How did that affect you?
Honestly, as an adult, it made it to where like I didn't feel comfortable when I started, because I am bipolar, and when I started having those darker thoughts and those darker feelings, I was terrified to share them because the suicide itself had like it was a trigger for my whole family. It kind of like nobody responds well when a child dies, and so when I started having those same dark feelings, it was to the point where I couldn't talk to anybody about it because it was, I didn't want to scare anybody. So yeah, it kind of affected that. It affected my ability to talk about things. Certain movies are really triggering. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Ouch. Believe me, and I can relate to that. I can really relate to that. I'm gonna come after everybody else. My gosh. King James, 60 seconds on the clock. What traumatized you as a child that affected you as an adult?
There was a lot of drug use and violence in my childhood, and one that really suppressed memories that came back later on in life. When I was like 3 or 4 years old, my dad was a little bit older than my mom, and they were strung out on heroin and coke. And back then, it was quaaludes and preludes. And he lived over in Tulsa, over by the river. And I remember my mom and dad fighting, and I remember my dad shot my mom, and he thought he killed her. So he put me in the front seat and had her in the back seat wrapped up in a blanket. I was going to throw in the Arkansas River, but she started moving around. And I'll never forget that. And I just grew up in a lot of other violent situations. And I got to where when I was older and I was in the streets, gang banging and stuff, I became kind of violent, and it scares me. So that's a demon I face, is violence. You know what I mean? To try to put that stuff to rest. There's no life to live, but it's all I knew.
Man, oh, mm,
Yeah, I really lived like
wow.
that Bonnie and Clyde song on Eminem. I mean, I lived that.
This is
Yeah.
one of those subjects here that many don't talk about, except trauma. No, really nobody wants to talk about trauma because it's almost like we live in a situation all over again. Like, who wants to relive trauma? At least not me. But you know what? As you overcome it, you can use it in your comedy. You can, but it hurts me. The embracing and the acceptance of it. My goodness. Coming back. Next up, Dominique. What has traumatized you in your childhood that affected you as an adult? 60 seconds. Let's go.
Well, I think, thank you. I think, thinking in my, late night sleepy mind, the thing that comes to mind is that, like when I was a kid, and I would get a Lego set for a birthday or a Christmas, and not all of the bricks would be printed. There would be like a set of like a sheet of stickers to put onto them, and I was relying on my dad to put them on because I was like because he would ask like, oh, can I put them on? Because he's more experienced with that. And I always when I even as an adult, if I have a sticker to put on, I feel like like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Like this OCD feeling that you can never put it correctly. And if I stick it on the brick, you're thinking like it's not perfect enough. Like I need some. I would need some help. And I'm thinking like. This obsessive thoughts like shall I put it down and give it another try, but then I'm thinking, oh, but I really damage the sticker, and that might be even worse than so I have to just accept or trying to accept the not not that is not placed perfectly, and that and it's haunting every time you see it and think about it, even if it's just like a small thing, but it reminds you of some kind of failure.
Yeah.
Man, I really enjoy learning things about people and some of the things they go through. And when I say I can relate to every last one of you, I mean, like my childhood literally happened all of those things. I myself, I'll just be transparent. I myself literally attempted to commit suicide. I don't look like it's lying. But I attempted to commit suicide. And I literally there were some things that happened. Like my mother was never the woman that really believed anything her saying I did, okay? And so a lie was told on me and she just believed it. And she believed it to the point that she hit me. She hit me like I was a dude in the street, like, bruh. You know, like now I'm thinking to myself, you lucky I wouldn't have jumped in because you're jigging with it, you know. But and so she hit me like I was a dude, like, down, like, wait, hold on, chick. So at that point, I felt like I didn't belong. If the woman that birthed me is gonna do me like that, what would the world do to me? So I felt like I didn't belong. So what I did was I gathered 100 pills over the counter and prescribed and took them. I'm still here today. I took them. I ate them up like they were some medicated Viagra. Pop 1, pop 2, pop 3. And I fell asleep. I was asleep for 3 days. Great. You think anybody tried to see if I was still alive? Nope. You think anybody tried to see if I was hungry? Nope. Think anybody tried to see if I needed some water? Nope. Mind you, I got 50 pills in my body. No, 100 pills in my body. And nobody checked on me. I felt like I didn't belong. I was so traumatized by that, by her action toward me, that I went to go to the bathroom. And y'all, I was so scared that I couldn't even see what door I was going into. So I opened the door and pulled it off the hinges. In the hell, pull doors off the hinges. So out of fear, I tried to put it back on the hinges and try not to make no noise, and just went back into my little coma. So I never did use the bathroom. I don't know whatever happened to that pee that day, but it didn't get really. I'm just saying. But so that did affect me as an adult because it created some trust issues. It created some insecurities in me. It created the need to feel validated. And so a lot of times sometimes parents don't realize some things they do to their kids. It does affect them. You might think it's cute, and you might think it got you the results that you want it to get, but what did it do for your child? Well, so on that note, I encourage you to take care of yourself. Because let me tell you, I had to learn to accept that. I had violence around me. My mama was no joke. She was no joke. My mama actually, she was one of them that led the violence. My mama would be that one to get into it with a man. And I remember being in the room, and she shot off a gun in the house. Now, y'all hear me out. I ain't never seen a gun, but you shoot off guns. And I knew it ricocheted. Thank goodness I wasn't in there.
Yeah.
So imagine being in an abusive household. Like my mama was a controlling person. Her controlling this worked out for me because I have a little control too. So I get it. But part of your healing is accepting it and growing from it. And that's easy said and done, but that's the healing part. It really did a lot of damage. And so from that, I want to show you this because it affects relationships. And I want to know what you think of this statement about marriage. Let's read it. The statement about marriage. I don't understand how we follow these things, but it says, protect your marriage. Anyway, it says, the meme I had, it says, protect your marriage from the unmarried. Never married, can't get married, and couldn't stay married. I'm going to read it again. Protect your marriage from the unmarried, never married, can't get married, or couldn't stay married. So I'm going to start with Dominic. Do you agree or disagree with that statement and why? 60 seconds.
Well, maybe I don't know. I didn't fully like understand like what's the issue or what there is with the marriage, but it's me as I am. I'm thinking of myself. Well, I because I'm married, so my view of I can see I understand how it is to be unmarried and married as well, and was the phrase like to whoever what them uh, like. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like if somebody, like you would have people who are married and telling other people who are not married, like, oh yeah, that's what you should do. And but also on the other hand, you have people who are not married and lecturing the married people, like, oh, why you do this? Like we're all in this together, and we can be friends anyways, or if not friends, we can have this. Polite alienation, if friends don't work. So that's my view. Like whatever you want, but don't have to impose it on others. Or you can think anything, but just don't have to bother people with with your
Oh,
complaining.
wow. Wow. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Uh, Autumn, and this can apply to not just marriage, but just relationships, period. Um, do you agree, disagree with that statement, and why?
I really do. I have never been married, but I have been in a long-term relationship, and I know that my mom has been one of those can't stay married people. And it doesn't matter what I do in a relationship or what the partner does in the relationship, her automatic response is to leave. It's always that that person is toxic. It's always that I'm toxic. It's never you should work on the problem. And I think that misery loves company. Uh, and I think taking advice from outside resources that most likely don't want you to be happy is a terrible idea.
I have to agree with you on that. I have to agree with you, and I will share my input on that. King James, what you got?
Well, to me, what that means is like when you're committed into a relationship or a marriage, you got to protect it from everything because people that ain't married or that like me, I'm a three-time divorcee. I didn't get it right. I'm struggling with that. So people that are married, they got to protect that, just like your dreams. You don't share your dreams with just everybody. You share your dreams with people that are gonna add seeds to it and encourage you. So that's what you do with your marriage too. You don't get people around you that don't understand your marriage because they're gonna give you negative information or negative frequencies into your marriage or your dreams or whatever it may be that you're committed to. Because when you're committed to something, you put your heart into everything, there's an evil force out there trying to rip you apart from that. So you have to protect that. But
And
that's just me.
and I agree and disagree with the statement. You do have to protect your marriage or relationship. You really do, because you got a lot of folks out there that are like dogs with a little pink thing hanging out, looking to
Mhm.
devour it. They got pink things out all the time. Every time I look at my
Mhm.
dog, the pink thing is out. Like I'm like, put that in. I don't want that. And that's how
Mine
you got
too.
people out here with that. You do have to protect your marriage. And as James said, you can't trust everybody with your dreams. You can't trust everybody with your marriage. You can't trust everybody with your relationship. Prime example, there's a young lady who confided in me about her marriage, but while she was confiding in me about her marriage, she was oozing at mine. Like
Uh,
if you don't get your little juicy stuff out of here, no, we can do that. So you got to be careful, even in people who confide in you, that while they're talking to you, they love you. While they're talking to you,
Mhm.
they're spouse. You got to be careful of that. All your friends ain't your friends. But what about your friends? Will they stand there? Yeah, I can't stand y'all, but I like you. I really do. I heard somebody back there. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. And you do have to protect
Yes.
relationship or marriage. You should be dating to marry, not just as the new generation. They dating to fuck. They dating to hurt. They're dating for money. They dating for a hookup. They dating for a come up. Some of them are married for a hookup, a come up, a re-up, any other up they can get besides being committed and loyal in that. So, we have to protect what's ours. You have to protect yours. But at this time, I'm going to say, if you're just now trying to get aboard, make sure you go to your Roku device, access it, and then that's where you get your ticket. Yeah! And from there, book your flight at the UNCENSORED TV app and buckle up with Sauce in the City. That's your seatbelt, baby. Because we flying over here. I don't know about you, but we flying. And just so you know, it is a lot. So what you see is what you get. I said, what you see and what you see is what you get. That's one of my songs. I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway, so buckle up because we're going to travel and keep it rolling. Next up, we're going to go into Los Angeles, California. Yes! Why did I call it that? Because a lot of us get lost dealing with our trauma. A lot of us get lost dealing with our pain. A lot of us get lost dealing with the things that affected us. So, I'm going to ask you, in Lost Souls, I want you to caption this picture. It's the picture that's going to come up of a man and a woman. Caption that picture. Dominique, 60 seconds. What's your caption?
From my analysis of the picture, the few seconds, is like the woman was saying to I can see that, to the man, no, we're not gonna watch the game tonight. Because there's I like when there's like football going on, like a World Cup or like a European Championship that the also our country is about to qualify. I saw that just they need like a point, and he wants to watch that one game, but coincidentally it's like their anniversary of their relationship, and he really wants to see that game on TV, or just go with the guys to the pub, and he wants her to accompany him, and she's like thinking like, no, you don't understand, you don't understand what you're doing wrong. So that's fine.
Okay. King James, what you got? We're not there yet. What you got? Caption the picture.
I just see black. It's just like black screen.
The picture
on
of
that
the lady
picture.
and the female.
Oh, okay, my bad. I see. I don't know. I see two people that were once probably passionate in love, and they've grown apart. Probably because of many reasons, lack of communication. I don't know. I suck at relationships. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there before. It could be many reasons why she's pushing me away and he's aggravated.
I hear you. Autumn, caption the picture.
I would put the caption, "It's too late, motherfucker." He knows what he did.
What he did.
I have to agree. She said it's too late, motherfucker. And for me, I can get that. I get King James and I get Dominic. And he's looking at her like, what the fuck? Fuck you mean I can't get no pussy? Fuck.
He ain't getting none tonight.
And she looking, I mean, her whole demeanor like, nigga, gone somewhere. You was with Bonquisha last night, fuck you.
Yeah,
All
what
right,
call,
talk
girl?
to them hoes in your DMs. Stay out of me.
I'm just gonna create a whole scenario out of it.
She's like,
Like,
call
how
up
the fuck you know
girl.
that? Right. Like, how the fuck you know that? What you mean? I ain't fucking Bonquisha. You smell like a bitch. It's fucking on. Yeah, it's fucking all right. You smell like, don't think you washed the pussy off last night. Nope, I still smell it. I have to agree.
Hey,
But like James and Dominic,
let's flip it around.
it can be many things. It can be many things that contribute to that particular
Sorry about that.
scenario. It
It could be the other way around.
You're right. You're right. She might not want to fuck him because she already gave us coochie. Coochie all stressed and bent out of shape. So now, no, she don't want him in there. She got to let that tighten up before it happens. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's like, all right, got me, man.
I'm just saying, you're right, Dominic. It could be the other way around. So, but these are situations, like, believe it or not, some of this of what's going on in that particular picture could have come from the trauma. It could have come from having a lost soul. It could have.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So just imagine him coming home. He could very well be working in the oil field or some shit. And oil to her may smell like perfume. Y'all know how women do. Well, Autumn.
Oh no, I know how women do. It's okay.
I know, huh? Yeah, see, I got somebody with me. At least I got somebody with me. But I'm gonna show y'all something. We're gonna talk about this video right here. And I need you to come with your funny after you watch the video. So watch the video. It's about relationships, which is always my theory when it comes to both men and women. Okay? I do not believe that a person should be I don't go for the multiple dating thing. Like some people believe dating more than one person at a time until things become official. My thing is when that happens, it becomes more multiple dating becomes multiple pain. So you're no longer part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. So with that being said, let's watch the video. And then you're gonna tell me what you think.
If he says sexual experiences, let's say he's been with this one woman, right? And let's say this one, let's say this one woman is free, and he goes over there and later get, he never has how to marry her, but just because she's a wild girl and turns him out, whatever. And then say that this girl over here, she may not be that type party girl, but she's loving, so very nice little meatloaf dinner at 2 a.m, and he go over there, whatever, and let's say a little meatloaf sandwich with some chips, with some chips. It's my chunk. It's my chunk. And so, and let's say he goes over here, and then let's say he's with this, maybe she was his first. You know what I'm saying? So he's got all this soul ties with her. You know what I mean? She really, she don't, but that's his first. And so, and she's, over, she's a good girl. Just whatever you want to do. I don't care what you want to do, whatever you want to do. So he's got all these 5 spirits. And he's got all these 5 different personalities that have fed 5 different appetites in him. He gets married and puts 5 spirits on that one woman. And you know what it does to that one woman? When he puts the spirit on that 5 spirits on that woman, it makes that one woman do this. And she's living her marriage weight of these 5 spirits. And every time you go to bed with her, she feel like he's not with me. He's with one of them. Is that if we don't go the virus of forcing our hearts and soul from them spirits, never get to enjoy who God made her to be till we divorce the other spirits. This is what we do. See, before a man gets married, if he's, let's say he's a woman, just
Wow. Let me tell you, when I saw that video, if you didn't get it, basically what he was saying was, you have this man that dates different women. I'm just going to summarize it. They different women, and they all have a different trait that he likes. One woman does this, one woman is that, one woman is that, one woman is that. And by the time he deals with all these women, he selects that one woman, and now he's expecting that one woman to be what all those women are in one. Now, this does not only just happen with men, but women do it too. We date Tyrone, we date Charles, we date Ray Ray, we date Lil Boosie, we date Pookie, and we pick one of them and expect that one man to be what all these men are in one, which is unsafe. How does that affect relationships today with what you just saw? King James.
Man, that's a deep one. And I've heard that there's this brother that he's really into all that what you're saying. Like whenever you make love or have sex with somebody and you're changing, you're swapping DNA, you're becoming connected. It's all like a spiritual, you know what I mean, and a symbolic thing too. Like when you sleep with all these women and go through all these, you know, relationships or one night stands, you're bringing all that with you when you go to a relationship. You know what I mean? And that's where it's all up to you as a spiritual awakening to realize you got to cleanse yourself and let go of that baggage, because you can't bring the baggage or spirits or whatever you want to call into that relationship. That's where you have to have an open heart, open mind, and be loving and forgiving. Just realize, you know, you got to live for today, because tomorrow will take care of itself, and there's nothing we can do about the past. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's what, you know, I kind of agree with that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's all your soul searching. You know what I mean? And people get in relationships all the time for wrong reasons, and they rush into stuff. You know what I mean?
I totally
Then,
agree.
you know what I mean? Then, like
I
you
agree.
said, they got all this stuff in their head about how women are supposed to be, but you know what I mean? You can't bring that with you. You gotta leave it behind.
Dominique, what you got?
Well, just imagine like how many awkward like misunderstandings this kind of setup might lead into. Like the guy saying like, oh, you know, what are we doing tonight? Let's continue our Harry Potter marathon. Like I have it stopped at like the movie 3, and then she would look at you like, we haven't even started watching this. Like, what's that about? And no, never mind that. But imagine like how many mother-in-laws, are now involved, and how it's not just the women, but also their mothers and their expectations of the thing. So that's that sounds like a serious predicament, like who do that? Yeah. So
Interesting. Very interesting. Autumn.
There was a viral video for a while of Monique, and what she said, if that man don't do it, get another one. If that man don't do it, get another one. And I lived by that for a really long time, and then it became a problem because we would be doing social things, and I would tell both of the guys that I was seeing that I was doing this social thing, and both of them would want to show up. So I think a lot. So I think a lot of times we get kind of stuck in this, like, oh, well, I don't like this trait about this person, so I'll just find another person. And a lot of the time, like, I'm 27, so I'm like at the very tail end of the millennials, and I think a lot of the times we just kind of don't break up with people. We just kind of keep them on the back burner. Yeah. And it really becomes a toxic problem that we do, because then you got to find a way to be like, you can't come because I'm sick, or I don't have, the show is sold out, or a variety of things. And I think when we get in that mindset of trying to find the absolute perfect person because we're trying to go to Build-A-Bitch and build that perfect partner, that's what we end up with. And I think it's better to find the traits you're most comfortable with and then try to build the better ones with the right person.
She said we're trying to build a bitch. Woo! We're trying to customize our mate. Cutting the arm off of one, cutting the leg off of one, cutting the neck off of one.
Cutting that third leg off the other, you know.
Oh my God, I was not ready for the build a bitch. Man, oh my God. That video, when I tell you, it just trickled up my soul. I'm like, because I can relate to that. I can relate to a man expecting me, oh, well, you remind me of this person. You remind me of that person. Okay, well, whoever the hell I remind you of, take your ass over there. Don't expect me to be who the hell I remind you of. I can remind you of 10,000 people, but I'm only going to be me. And today I'm a thug. So you got to take your life.
Yeah, I had an ex-partner who would say things like that. He would be like, well, everybody else don't have a problem with XYZ. And I'd be like, well, they can put your dick in their mouth then. They can, if they don't have a problem with it, they can do that thing you like.
Right. Girl, I had somebody tell me, one of my back in the day, where she used to swallow it. I suggest you go get her. You better find that bitch that'll swallow it, because bitch ain't swallowing shit here. Some food and some water and some soda and some Kool-Aid, and that's all I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm chubby and white, so like that's never been a discussion for me. But stereotypes are stereotypes, I guess.
Man, all I'm trying to say to that is as Autumn said, instead of trying to build a bitch or build a man or build whatever, find what works for you. Because trying to expect another person to be what somebody else is, you are setting yourself up for failure. Wait, did I say that deep enough? Did I say that deep enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. Failure. If you're expecting, okay, I don't need nobody else to growl with me now. I know that part. Handle that part. But expecting somebody else to be what they're not is a recipe for disaster in your relationship.
Yes.
You can do what you want to do, but at the end of the day, all I'm gonna say is expect the crumble, because it's gonna crumble, because that person is only gonna be able to pretend for so long, and I'm not about to pretend shit. I'm telling you right now. So if you use somebody who do a split on your dick, I'm not that chick. If you use somebody that spin off the ceiling fan and jump on it, I'm not that chick. I'm not doing it. I will not. If you use somebody that's sucking your dick with a condom, I don't do the rubbery dick. Nope, not me. Not gonna do it. I might have like it, but I ain't gonna do it. Nope. So, and speaking of that, I'm gonna give each of you about 2 minutes to tell me what would be your thoughts. Because right now we're gonna go into Comic Land, Ohio. Hey, Comic Land, Ohio. I like Comic Land because there's a lot of stuff that's funny up in there. No, we done being loud.
I was like, baby, we still in.
So in Comic Land, Ohio, here's what happened. To with your babe, your boo, whatever you do, your babe, your boo, whatever you do. Okay, and so let's just say theoretically, y'all just get married, or
Dog,
whoever is playing with what, please.
mute your mic, bro. That's terrible.
Um, Whoever. So let's say you're in a new relationship, you're in a new marriage, and y'all excited. Okay. So, and they brings you, a surprise meal, which is our next slide. This is your surprise meal. That baby.
Oh,
Dominic, with 2 minutes, how do you respond to your surprise meal?
baby, you're muted.
You're muted.
So thank you. So like, well, what do you say to that? Like, you appreciate the effort, like the attention to detail. It looks like a tartar steak, it's called, it is the that you eat with garlic and there's onion there, but yeah, it's kind of what's the word in English? A disturbing image. Somebody would go into lengths, to make all the details and the nails as well. But yeah, but with every but this is the thing. Like when people say about the image of food, like you can tell yourself that in the end, it's in the stomach. It all gets mixed up, so it doesn't matter how it looks like. So you can you can make some distance from that, But the way you consume it, like when it's in like this tartar steak, you will have the like a bread, like a oily garlic bread, and you just put it, spread it like like butter on the bread. That's how you eat it, because you get like a block of it, But in this case, it's like like human parts of it. But the way to consume it is with the bread, and like so it loses that meaning of that image, on the way to to being chewed up. So yeah, it opens you to all kinds of this kind of philosophical
I'm, la-
thoughts.
I'm laughing at how you're trying to make light of the situation and you're trying to make light of the tone.
Yeah.
You're really trying to be nice about it. And James, if that was Bay brings you that,
What is
how
that?
would you respond?
What is that? Spaghetti
Let's
feet?
take a close look. Let's take a closer look at it.
Hell no. I was like, girl, you tripping. Hey,
Oh,
who is that? Hey,
okay.
shh. I'm on the show. I'm on the show. Yes. I would be like, sorry, I had someone come in the front door. Man, I would be like, hell no, what's going on here? This is a joke. It's creative, but it's gross, man. It's creative, but it's gross, girl. I don't know if you're trying to offend me or you're just trying to be funny or what. You trying to say my feet sneaky?
Ooh. Oh my
Or
goodness,
just
too
some of those
funny.
toenails. I don't know.
Oh my God. Autumn.
Truth be told, I would have to ask that man if he'd gone through my phone or something. Like, I would think that this was sick and cruel and unusual punishment for something I had done did. You know, I've I've had a lot of meat in my day, but ground up meat feet with onions would probably be a hard no for me. I don't even like regular meatloaf when it's made, you know, as a loaf. When you make it as fucking Frankenstein feet, I think that would be. I mean, like if you wanted to break up, you should have just said that.
I have to agree. If they was to bring me that, first of all, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break up because I'm not eating no damn cooked toenails. That's what we're gonna start doing.
Listen, I be cooking like a motherfucker. I made dinner tonight for the other comedians here at my home club, and the presentation, even in to-go containers, was spot on. If I served any one of these fucking boys meat in the form of feet, they would lose their fucking minds. Meat feet with onion toenails? Absolutely not. I'd be like, well, I guess we're abstinent now, because I'll never touch your meat ever again after this nonsense.
All I know is whoever they is, he can't get it anytime. No. He cannot get no cookies and cream from me, but he can take that shit with him.
Yeah, never again.
You say that for your mama. Say that for your mama. That's gonna be the day I play the devil.
That'd be some feet. That'd be some feet in his ass.
Man. Oh my God, y'all are hilarious. But listen, we have come to the end of our show. And I am ever so thankful for you guys being on here. It has been definitely a pleasure traveling with you. But what I want to do is give you all an opportunity to shout out to those who have supported you, and give a shout out to your comedian cast. So I'm going to give each of you a minute to do that. Starting with Dominique, please go ahead and give us a shout out, please.
Sure, shout out. What does that mean? Oh, hello. Yeah, nice to be here. It's a nice time of day, and it's been a lot of fun. A shout out. You mean like oh, I won't speculate on that much, you know.
Give it some thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the host and to the lovely cast of tonight's show. It's been a lot of fun and nice to see you again soon.
Thank you so much, and we are definitely glad you were on here. It was a pleasure to have you on. So thank you for traveling with us. Stay tuned. We will chat more in the green room. But definitely thank you for traveling with us. Next up, we have King James.
I'd like to give a shout out to Myss Trice for this having me on here, and it was pretty cool. And like to give a shout out to her for the show coming up November 11th, Stars in the Stars. Give a shout out to Zach Wood for the show Choose Life, Suicide Hotline, 2888. Some great shows coming up. I just like to give a shout out to some other fellow comedians. Go check them out, like Trash, Lynn K, Rachel Rose. There's so many in Tulsa and in Oklahoma. Support your local artists and help share and spread the love. You know what I'm saying? So like shout out to my kids, man, and to God, and just shout out to King James Comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming and traveling with us. We definitely was honored to have you on board. Yes. Next up, we have
big shout out to Roku, Ubase, NTV, YouTube, and you, Myss Trice, for having me. It was so good to see you again. Shout out to Crackpots Comedy Club in Massillon, Ohio, for letting me use their upstairs to stream in. So, and shout out to all of you for still hanging around with us. This has been a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah, likewise.
Thank you for traveling with us. Yeah, thank you for traveling with us. And we definitely enjoyed having you on here. Oh my gosh. But big shout out to UBS and TV app, Roku TV, for letting us be on the platform and do what we do. And that's talk shit. Thank you to the cast. until then, we will see you all next time.
Next time.